What's going on, people? So while I was out picking up these here, these 1988 Ultra Boosts, I also, for Soul anyway, I went to another store, a sneakers store, and I made a second purchase of the day, because that was part of my initial goal, was to go out and pick up those, hopefully these, if they were still in stock and all that, and it all worked out. Minus the rain portion, which I could have done without, because, you know, who wants to walk around in the rain? Anyways, so this right here, what you saw in the thumbnail, what you're going to see momentarily here, this is yet another Asia-specific release, right? So, typical Nike box, nothing fancy about that. On the side, that side, there you have that thing. It's typically what you would see on any other Nike release. No retail tag, because they don't put the retail prices on the overseas releases. Just a little FYI, if you will. And then moving into the inside here, because I just want to get right into these. So this right here, right? This is obviously a React Element 87, right? In the red Orbit colorway. So this particular shoe I had seen a while ago, like months ago, and just never picked up. I liked it, I just didn't buy it for some reason. I guess I was just waiting on, well, I knew it wasn't going to go on sale. I don't know what I was waiting for. But anyway, so I realized that I hadn't picked them up recently, and I'm like, okay, I need to go and get these things before they start getting scarce and I have to like actually look for them. Which is crazy, because as I was walking around earlier, like last week or something, that's when I noticed that I wasn't seeing them a whole lot anymore. But I figured like the sneaker store up in Hongdae would likely come through for me, and they did. So anyways, I went over there, found these, got my size, perfect, tried them on, all that good stuff. They came out to, what was it? The price of these was $179,000, as you can see on this here receipt there. Maybe it's focusing, maybe it's not. Anyway, so 179,000 won came out to just under $150, which is a pretty good price for these, because I want to say the retail is generally $160, correct me if I'm wrong. Anyway, so this here, the red Orbit, came out in April along with another color, largely in the Asia areas, but it's supposed to come out later at some point. So anyways, let's get into the review here. So that right there, that tag you're seeing, it's just like the standard Korean shoe care stuff that they put on here. So, review time. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, is the React Element 87 in the red Orbit colorway. I don't know that that's really the best name for it, because it just doesn't scream red Orbit to me. Those red Orbit Ultra Boosts that I have, or not Ultra Boosts, Vapor Max that I have, yeah, it makes perfect sense. This, not so much. And then when you look at the side, yep, still says the same thing. Black, red Orbit, and white, right? Maybe you guys saw that when I showed you the side of it. Anyway, so as far as these go, the Element 87s, these are some solid shoes, right? The upper, you got the transparent thing going on here, so let me take out this little ball of paper, whatever that is. So as usual, you've got the translucent upper here, so you can see all through there, which is kind of a nice touch. Past that, you know, the other thing it's known for is this big chunky React sole and those colorful bottoms on there, which I'm led to believe gives it a little extra durability over time. I can't really say a whole lot because I never had any of the earlier ones before they had that on there, but that's one of the things that I have heard. I do like the coloring on there, though. That's one thing that is pretty nice. It's really what brought me into getting this particular shoe anyway. Not that, just the overall. Anyway, so moving back to the upper here on the front, it's not so much on that side. On this side, you have gray on the side of the toe. This side, you have more of like it's like a dark teal sort of color. You got that going on there. Moving back, you got the pink swoosh, purple all around on the upper here, around the laces. More of that dark teal, and then the red Orbit colored lacing, and more purple, and then again some green on the back there with the pink swoosh. So past that, moving on to the inside, one of the things you often see, maybe always see, on these is that they have the cork insole, which is, to me, I don't know why, but I think it's like one of the coolest things in the world, shoe-wise. So you got that. It's just like a nice look, you know? Even though nobody really sees it because, you know, for the most part, you're wearing your shoes when people see them, at least in my case. But I have pointed it out to people at times when I've had mine at work to wear to the gym later. Like, wow, those are so cool. I'm like, yeah, they got this, that, blah, 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 cork insole. I'm like, wait, there's cork in there? For some reason, other people buy into it too. So, another thing that I just noticed on here, kind of hidden away, I meant to ask people and see what that logo thing was all about, because I saw it on those Element 55s I did a review of. They might be on other Element 87s too, now that I think about it, but I have to look a little closer because it's tucked away on the inside of the tongue there, the side that you don't normally see. But anyway, so that's really all I can say about the upper here. There's not anything new, it's just that it's a different color that some of you, get this thing out of the way. It's nothing new, it's just that it's a different color that some of you may not have seen. It actually matches fairly well with that Shawn Michaels picture back there, right there, that guy. But yeah, so these, and now I don't have to cut away for the on foot because I know how they work out. I already tried them in stores, but I do need to move so the video can be dropped down. And let's switch out the shoes. So this right here, the Element 87s, these fit, to me, true to size. And I'll say the same thing for the Element 55s. I know some people have varying experiences, but for me, I wear the same size in both and got no complaints. I've walked around, and I haven't walked around in my 55s a whole lot yet. Actually, not at all, other than the on-foot portion of that last video. But for these, I've walked around a good bit, and those, they felt the same, like, you know, even when I just first tried them on. So what I'm going to side with is going true to size. But given that these are pretty easy to come by, I would suggest, like I always do, go out, try a pair on, just so you know exactly how they fit for you. And that way, when those colors come by that you do want, you know exactly what size to buy, whether it's 55 or 87. Even though I feel that they fit the same, you know, you just might not. So that's going to be it for that, the sizing and all that. And as far as like the comfort and everything, I wore some 87s through a weekend once. They did start off kind of feeling a little stiff down in like right around in this area, but it ended up just needing a little time to be just broken in, and it wasn't even like it took a long time. I mean, I noticed that when I first put them on, but it was a little later that day, maybe like, you know, a couple hours or however long I was out. I don't really remember when the feeling went away, but it did. So potentially expect a slightly discomforting feeling right there, but it will go away pretty quick. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. But past that, this is definitely one of the better looking shoes that I have seen in a while. I don't know where I'd rank it again with my other ones, but that's neither here nor there. All we're here for, at least for this portion of the video, is the sizing, right? And so, like I said, true to size, super comfortable all day, no complaints about these. I recommend them to anybody, especially if you have fancy socks and you want to show them off, because these will let you do that. So that's going to be it. Now, past that, is there anything else to say? I don't think so. Like I said, I have one other video to knock out before... No, this was the other video. The other one will not be happening today, more than likely, because I just don't want to be stuck in here editing a whole lot since I have to do some other stuff. But just know that the other release is, I don't know, it's nothing amazing, so don't get your hopes up thinking it's going to be some other like limited type of thing. It's just something that some of you might think, oh, that's pretty alright. But I got a really good deal on it. Anyways, so that's going to be it for me. Once again, this right here, the React Element 87 in the red Orbit colorway. I always forget the colorway. But yeah, these, very nice, very nice. Alright, so I'm going to go get these videos edited and uploaded. Hopefully you watched them. Well, I guess if you're seeing this, you probably did watch it. Or you just somehow skipped right to that part, which would be weird. Alright, people. Have a nice rest of your day or rest of your night, whatever it is, wherever you are. It's like the middle of the afternoon for me. It's 4:30, so I should actually get these up at a decent time and still be able to get to bed like at a decent time. We'll see. All right. Thanks again. I will see you guys all very soon. All right. Take care.